skyscraper is defined as a very tall building of steel skeletal construction developed in the USA from the 1880s. New York City is known around the world by its awesome skyline in Manhattan, the skyscrapers. The city has 859 buildings of this type, one of the highest concentrations in the world. For example, Empire State is one of the most important skyscrapers in New York. On the other hand, a value is a principle as of behavior that is considered important and desirable. For the Americans, there are a list of common values which we can fit most of them. In relation with the American values, skyscrapers represent more than one. Competition and practicality and efficiency are the American values best reflected in the construction of skyscrapers in New York. On one hand, the competition is a value associated to the construction of the skyscrapers in New York, because of these buildings stand up by their height over the others around them. For Americans, the competition is about growing individually to give the best of oneself. But nevertheless, competition is also about how society progresses most rapidly. For example, during the 19th century, a lot of high buildings were built by the newspapers companies along Borough Road. This became in a competition and a race for the highest. Each company grew, but also the city grew. On the other hand, practicality and efficiency is about to give highest priority in making an important decision that makes Americans contribute more to inventions like skyscrapers in the world than any other country. This is so reflected in the ideals that architects and engineers have when thinking in construction. For example, in New York, it seeks to create tall buildings because of the high price of land and for the purpose of generating more profits. In conclusion, the colored skyline of Manhattan is the constructive outcome of American values, more specifically competition and practicality and efficiency. The competition is reflected in each new skyscraper created, more tall than the last. Practicality and efficiency is reflected in that priority of creating